Hi guys. Alright, this is my second take because where I was set up in my cozy chair, the cat also wanted to be. So if he wasn't standing on the Playbook, he was standing on me and knocking the camera. So he's now nice and cozy in my comfy chair. And I am here using this awesome footstool and sitting on the floor to do this. Anywho, so I wanted to give you a bit of an update and a run through of where I'm at with my Playbook and just show you a few little things you can maybe do with yours, or just give you a few ideas as to what you might be able to do anyway. So the first thing is I had this cute little necklace. It's got a little feather down the bottom. Not really a piece of jewellery that I'd wear, so I thought I'd add it to my Playbook. I did originally have it threaded on here and hanging down the front, kind of like a page marker, but with it dangling it would flick, and I did manage to flick myself in the face a couple of times with it. So now it's inside the tube here, tied to the top, and it's just a little pretty dangle. So I've shown you this front cover before. That's the one I did the design of, and it's one of your printable sheets if you want. The cool thing about this is I've printed it on just normal printing paper, A4, recycled paper, whatever you call it. And because of the plastic front cover, it sticks to it by itself. Can you kind of see that? Yeah. It doesn't need any glue or anything. It just does that magically, sticks to it. So you could have a bunch of different things printed on normal paper or even magazines or things like that. You wouldn't want the page to be too thick because it wouldn't hold as well, but this holds really nice, and it would mean that you could interchange your front cover. I've got this as my front cover at the moment, which I really like, but I've also stuck this image on the actual front cover of my book. So I've glued this one on. This was a print that came with a tarot deck that I recently backed on Kickstarter, and I just love the image. I don't really have much wall space left in the house, so having it in my Playbook is absolutely perfect. So that's one thing I quite often do, is if I've got smaller pictures that I normally have framed and put somewhere, they quite often end up in my books because I just don't have the space for them on my wall. So that's a really good place to house things. So if you do have special images, special prints, even special photos, and you don't necessarily have anywhere to put them, this is a wonderful spot because you're going to feel that connection with it. You're going to love it, all of that. Now you will have seen this page a few times. I don't think I've done much since the last update. I think I've left that pretty much as is. I may have added another colour or another little bit to this. I just kind of colour it in a little when I feel inspired. Pink being my favourite colour, obviously. Well, pink and purple are both, but I love this pink pen. So the pink pen, the purple pen, the blue pen, I really like that. I don't know how much of it I'm going to do, so I just kind of do it when I feel inspired to. I could still add a couple of little things to this page if I feel like I need to, or if I find something that seems like it's appropriate for it, but otherwise a little bit of blank space is not the worst thing. You've also probably seen these pages a couple of times. I've added a few layers to this colouring. I don't know if you can see all the depth. There's purple, there's blue, there's aqua, all kinds of things. It's a bit like my other colouring page. I'll just kind of dabble a little bit every now and then when I feel like it. On this, I cut out these little, I guess, sayings and stuck them on because it felt really appropriate for that sign. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams and live the life you imagined. That's really appropriate for me, and I guess for the sign here that I've got on this page. Here are the moon's phases, now titled The Moon's Energy. And again, you would have seen, I would have shown you back here already. I did stick some paper so I could write. Got some beautiful flowers. Love the colours, love the textures, everything. A Oracle book page, a little day thing, couple of pictures, and I've noted my weight for the last month there. Then on the back of this one, this is all, I think, Creative Starter Pack stuff. Maybe not the pencils, they were somewhere else. I think I found them, I have no idea where. Cut them out, stuck them in, and same with this little thing. Again, I added another writing page to the back of this colouring page, which I stuck in. So in the Playbook, it was just this blue page. So I've then added colouring page, stuck that in, and added some writing to the back. And I love that. I like hiding my writing sometimes because it's not always the neatest. So it's kind of like it's tucked away and I'm looking at the pretty stuff, but I can open it up when I want to have a look. So let's go on to the next page. The beautiful tarot wheel. My one here isn't laminated because I got slack, but all of you guys have your beautiful tarot wheels in your pack laminated, so you can grab a highlighter or a non-permanent texter, close your eyes, do a little spin around, mark your cards, and then have a look in the tarot meanings what that is. A couple of little sayings again added. I've got little flower girl. I cut out some of the scrapbook paper. It's like a mandala image, and I've also cut up that flower image so I could cover more of the page because I think it was only about, you know, yay big. So by cutting it out in different shapes and ways, I kind of have managed to put it all over the page. Another one of my stickers, I like this. Today I'm grateful for living an inspired life. That's definitely the way I feel. Another flowery garden, beautiful natural image. And that's just a tarot spread I do at the end of the year, just the different questions I ask. So that was just a good spot for it. So I've added another colouring page in here, and I've added another little flip page here. So we've got beautiful cow. And what I've put in here is all the writing stuff was like the beginning of a colouring book, which I've ripped up and given you guys all parts of as well. So this is just like the introduction for it, but I think it's cute, you know. I highlight little parts of it that I find interesting or just good reminders. This guy is adorable. And on the back here, I've used some of the little scrapbook page. They're that size pretty much. So I just cut them in half and then splattered them around, and that gives it a really beautiful background. I will probably colour her and him in eventually, but I'm in no rush. It's just whenever I feel inspired. I had to add that in, a mood calendar. Unfortunately, there's not a whole heap of pages, so some of you may have one, some of you may not. That's just how things roll. It's just whatever's available and whatever there is. So I've got creative colour that I added, which was probably out of the colouring book as well. Like I said, another flip page, some more of the introductions or information from the books, and another colouring sheet. So this page in the Playbook was a yellow line page that I just decided to totally cover. So all you can see of that is just the yellow on each side. Here we've got a beautiful tree, a couple of the daily calendar things, gorgeous little squirrel, page out of the Oracle books, another month view calendar I've just cut down to the bare minimum, and another colouring page that I just work on every now and then if I feel like having a moment to colour. So I guess that one's pretty plain compared to some others. Here we get a bit busier again. These are some pages from your creative starter packs that are from a tarot book. So So I've cut them a little bit. I've got little bits and pieces here and there, some of the daily things. Now this thing here, I bought a quilt not that long ago, and it's beautiful, but I hate tags, and as you can see it's quite worn, so I had to take it off the quilt, but I thought I'd like to keep it to know what it is, and because I love the quilt so much, even looking at the label I think about it, so that was a great spot in here for it. Some more of the tarot page. I doodled at the bottom of the tarot page here. This page, this stuff is stuck on Codebreaker word puzzle. So again, it's about, you know, covering things up if you don't want to use them. You know, you might still like a little bit, you know, peeking through, otherwise you could always cover the whole thing. And here, a scrap page. I thought I'd just fill in my own little words and add that there. So there's a couple of flips on that one. Then on this one, what have I done here? A bit of scrapbook stuff, a bit of garden stuff, another tarot page. I've added in the flower of life. And then here I've got some more lined paper where I've written another entry in. So that's just stuck on like that, and it flips open like that. So this page fell out at one stage, so I've had to stick it back in. Don't worry, I've fixed up the measurements of your books and it won't happen. I was just really slacking creating mine. So I was hanging to use this gorgeous flower image for a while, and here it's ended up. And then what have I done here? Then I got some kinesiology cards, so that was the little thank you for the kinesiology cards. That's a work contract thing I've just recently signed. I'll be adding some stuff to the top of it and to the bottom. Then I've got some stickers that came off a couple of very vintage, very awesome, very purple, very retro suitcases I bought off Marketplace. So I took the stickers off the suitcases because I did not want them there, and I thought, what a great spot. Just chuck them in here. It's a bit of colour and a bit of randomness. So that's what those are. Again, a little post-it kind of page. It's about seeing the potential and possibility of what could be rather than just seeing and accepting what is. And here I've done another little entry. Another colouring page. So this was part of the playbook, and I've just added Hello Beautiful to it because ain't she beautiful? I have covered another one of these word puzzles. I'm not a big fan of those kinds of puzzles. I found this, this is an old print I had from God knows where, from a few years ago, so I thought, yep, that can go in. Again, I love beautiful mixed colour flowers. This one's more of a pink page, as you can see. These came out of one of the books that I'm using for you guys, and this came out of a little unicorn post-it note pack that I got. So You Are Magical being a nice pink with these pinky red flowers, and of course then I used my pink pen to write. Got some more writing on this page and some more unicorn stuff. So in my little unicorn thing, there's these ones. And that, got some mail, added a stamp. Here are my tarot meanings that are part of the printable pages, and some crystals I bought the other day. So I've kind of written this page. I think something's needed there, but I haven't found what it is yet, so that can just wait. Then a bit more writing, some more flowers. This page I just did the other day. This went through a real evolution. I might post the photos of how and what I did. I actually really like it now in the end. I live in the now, and I am wide awake to opportunities as they present themselves. And this is a sticker from the same person who did this. And that's the world card. So I think she's really good. It's really opportunities and things like that, so that just works. I didn't like that page for a while, but I do now. And that's something funny that can happen is, you know, occasionally I won't like a page and I'll have to work on it longer and harder than I might have to work on other pages, but then I really love it for its weirdness or ugliness or detail or anything. So these things just happen. This is kind of one of those pages as well. This is a bit of a mishmash of everything, as you can see. So I've got my printable tarot pages. These are the core cards. I just cut it into 4 to spread over the 2 pages. These are the minors, and obviously on the other page, these are the majors. So we've got a bit of everything here. These are all things that you would find in your creative starter packs, so little bits of paper, tarot card, daily calendar things, and stuff like that. So it's just kind of put nice and messily in there, but I like it. It's colourful, it's happy, it makes me smile. Here are the tarot meanings. I've just done purple to give it a bit of something. You're probably guessing that this and this and this are from the suitcases, and you would be right. This one was so sticky, so I had to cover it totally in sticky tape. A couple of random things, you're probably spotting these. Yes, I do occasionally put my fruit labels in my books, so that's what I've done. Piece of scrapbook paper, piece of colouring paper. Again, it's about being random. This is a bit of a time capsule of what you're doing, where things are at the time. So, yep, that's the fruit I'm eating this season. They were good kiwis. Alright, so we've got some gum nut babies. These will be in your pack. You won't get as many of this. Sorry, I kept this beautiful big collage picture of them. So I've stuck that all together. I've actually contacted it, so it's one big image rather than 9 little cards. We've got a couple more of the gum nut cards that I've kept. Couple of flower images from the back of a calendar, couple of the daily things. Shine in the top there I got out of a magazine that I was flipping through to get collage inspiration. So magazines are fantastic. Don't go out and buy new ones. Op shops, thrift stores, secondhand stores, things like that, they have lots of magazines available, usually for like 20 cents, 50 cents, $1 maximum each. You can find some really great gardening magazines. Occasionally you can find some well-being ones, some high fashion ones. Of course, if you've got particular interests like, you know, fishing, four-wheel driving, there's also some of them. So secondhand magazines are awesome to get things out of. That is how I make my collages, using magazines. So it's a very cheap way. And it's, yeah, got lots of potential. So it's kind of got a nice orangey yellow theme to this page. I've got a to-do list hiding behind my gum nut babies. And because of the nice orangey yellow theme, I just used literally some highlighter before to brighten up the page. I've just spotted an orange highlighter here on the floor, so I might even use that on there as well to do some detail. So that's that page. Again, I love adding flips in. It gives you kind of extra pages and just adds another layer to the playbooks. This page I've just started. This is my energy in and out images. You might have seen on my Facebook page. So she had the sprogs around her as well, but I don't feel like her too often. I feel more like her, so I thought she could just stand there up the top like that. I used her sprogs over there to center the page. Don't quite know what I'm going to journal about or do, but I'm happy with that as a start for that page. Again, this is another one I've started. I did a journal entry today, so I had some paper. So a double sheet that I've glued into there, and this beautiful holographic holographic, whatever it is, shiny, happy, fairy image. Like I said with the front cover stuff, this is something I would have normally had on a wall or out somewhere, but I don't have the room, so in here is just perfect. A couple of the cut up colouring pages, one I've done, one I haven't. Another little daily thing and a tarot card. Again, I don't know exactly how I'm going to fill in, you know, the rest of the page or if I'll do anything else there, but it's got a good start. And then that's it for now. So this is where I'm up to with my playbook. Most of the stuff in here is either in your creative starter packs or it's one of the printable sheets that I've got available. And if it's not either of those things, it's stuff I've got lying around that I haven't found a special spot for, or just random stuff like the fruit and suitcase stickers that I just add in for the heck of it. So this is about it being just about you and about where things are at, and you can always grab the book and go, oh yeah, let's have a read of a journal entry. Oh, that's weird. Why did I put that there? I must have been doing some of that at that time. So it's kind of like, you know, an original scrapbook in the sense of, you know, scrapbooking got really fancy when they made all these beautiful cardstocks and these tapes and these stamps and everything else, which is fantastic. But when I think of scrapbook, it's literally scraps, you know, what you have lying around that you don't normally, that you might not have a spot for. So, you know, I know some people who have been telling me that, you know, they take out magazine articles of interest or recipes and they don't know where to put them. It kind of ends up in a kitchen drawer or a desk drawer somewhere. So your playbook would be a fantastic spot to put any of those things that you like and find interesting, but you just don't know what you're actually going to do with it. So that's a little peek into my playbook, my world. So I did find something cool, which I'll show you in a second, but here's my starter pack. I've still got my folder happening. I do add things in occasionally to it. Otherwise, there is a lot of the stuff that you guys will have in there as well. And I just go with what I feel like any given day to add in. So I found a very shiny laptop bag at the op shop the other day and thought that this would be perfect for my playbook and creative starter pack, because I take it all around the house and I also take it out with me for outings. So it fits perfectly in this bag. So if you have got a laptop pouch or something like that, they do fit really well in here. You can keep it all together and things won't get lost. Any other bags are also really handy, but again, these are totally personal things, so it's up to you if you want it in a bag, if you want it in a pouch, if you want to just put it in a drawer, whatever you'd like to do that. But for me, because I take it out and traveling, it needed a little bag, and this works great. Like I said, it works to fit my playbook and it works to fit my starter pack, and it keeps everything together. I normally also have a pen or two in there. Oh, there we go. And some extra flowers that have fallen out. So there's just a little look through as to where my book's at and what it's currently doing.